This is a little video guide on how to do the ancient Ayurvedic practice of oil pulling, which is also known as kavala in Sanskrit. It is a wonderful practice that has become very popular in mainstream wellness in the past maybe decade. And with that has come a lot of misinformation about this practice. So I want to share with you the very traditional way of doing it. So what we're doing is swishing oil around in the mouth, and this is part of a very wholesome, complete oral hygiene practice, which starts with brushing the teeth in the morning, followed by tongue scraping, where we use a tongue scraper like this on the tongue to remove the coating, and then it's followed with oil pulling, the swishing of oil. And the oil pulling actually strengthens the teeth when we're using sesame oil, because sesame oil is very good for the bone tissue. So it strengthens the teeth, it helps to prevent cavities, it strengthens the teeth actually in the gums, it reduces sensitivity to very hot and cold foods, it strengthens the muscles of the face because you're kind of working the cheeks while you move the oil around, and it also helps to prevent dryness and cracking of the lips. So one of the things I noticed when I started doing this every day was that I no longer needed lip balm because my lips got really juicy from doing this practice. So it's very simple. All you need is a good quality sesame oil. Organic, cold pressed, unrefined, not the same thing as the toasted sesame oil in the Asian section of the grocery store. It's much more mild in flavor, and most people think that this is actually pretty delicious. We don't swallow it, we spit it out, but it does taste nice. So what you do is you put the oil in your mouth. I usually keep a shot glass in my bathroom with my bottle, so it's easy to do all of this. Put the oil in the mouth, swish it around in big exaggerated movements. So you're trying to move the oil all around the mouth and through the teeth. That said, it should not be exhausting. Oil pulling shouldn't make your jaw hurt. It should actually strengthen your jaw. So you might do it for a minute, 2 minutes, until you feel like the oil is mixing with saliva and it's getting frothy and it feels gross. And once it feels gross, your body's telling you like, all right, let's get rid of this. And then you can spit it out in the trash and rinse with a little bit of water. So I'm going to show you an abbreviated version. And that's it. And then rinse with a little water. So you always want to spit the oil into the trash so that you don't clog the drains. And it is recommended to do every day, unless you're sick, unless you have a fever or you have congestion. Oil pulling is an everyday practice to help prevent any imbalances of the mouth, just like all of the Ayurvedic dinacharya or daily routine practices. If you don't like the taste of sesame oil, you could use coconut oil as an alternative. Sesame is a little bit more ideal because it helps to prevent bacterial buildup. It's very, very specifically good for the bone tissue, and it's more warming, whereas coconut oil is a more heavy and cooling oil. So that could be used, or if you don't like oil, you can just use water. You could use room temperature water or warm water, especially if your mouth has like a really heavy, sticky feeling. Warm water would be ideal over cold water until you get rid of that heavy, sticky feeling in the mouth. So I hope you enjoy the practice and welcome to your Ayurvedic journey.